Coach, just thoughts on how this game started off. They scored 3 runs in the first inning, but you came right back with 2 right after that in the second inning.
Yeah, I mean, we had a rough start on the mound, rough first inning, and I thought, given the 2 spot, gave us a chance to be right back in the ball game. Still a lot of ball game to play at that time. Unfortunately, we didn't pitch well in the second or third either, and first 2 guys went to the mound for us. They've been good for us, but today they didn't really command a breaking ball, and the fastball command was questionable. And Tennessee Tech's a very good offense, and they made us pay for being out there with 1 pitch only and throwing a lot of balls in the middle of the plate.
And you talked about those first 2 pitchers, but then Looney came in 5 1/3 after that and just 3 hits. So really settled your team down, and you had some chances late to get back in the game.
Yeah, I thought David Looney did a great job on 2 fronts. One, pitching well enough to pitch to the finish line, number 1, and keeping the score where it was and giving us a chance to crawl back into the game. And then, then obviously if you fall into the loser's bracket, now you're talking more games and not making us use additional arms as well, which that's going to prove key for us, our survival in the tournament at this point.
What did you see out of your offense? You left 8 people on base today. You did finish the game with 5 runs on 7 hits.
Yeah, I think it seemed like, number 1, I felt like we went out of the strike zone a lot early against Evie. Strike zone was small, and we knew that going in, and yet we still chased fastball up numerous times, and I thought that hurt us. And then, when we had the scoring opportunities, I felt like, it's a game we wanted to win. They're young kids, they want to win, they know what's at stake, and I feel like at times we were trying to do a little bit too much as opposed to just pass the baton on to the next guy and string at bats together like we've done, most of the back half of this year as well as first 2 games of this tournament. Just felt like we kind of got out of our approach a little bit offensively, and therefore the game, in my opinion, should have been a little bit closer down the stretch than it was. If we there in the 5th, 6th, 7th, we had some opportunities to scratch a couple runs and didn't, and it would have made it a lot more interesting had we done that going into the 9th.
You're in this position sort of last year, so what's the mentality now? You might play tonight, you might play tomorrow, and the rest of the tournament.
Well, we just got to flush this. As disappointed as we are, we got to move on. We can't feel sorry for ourselves. Obviously Tennessee Tech's a good club and they played well, and we didn't play well, and I think that's the thing we got to do is we get back on the field. We got to play like we're capable of.